Hi, I'm Laura, and I wanted to talk to you today about your story. Do you know what your story is? Have you ever thought about it? Do you know how to figure out what it is? Your story is what you are living. It's that undercurrent of belief and experiences that you are living out today. It's not your future story. It's the past and how it is unfolding into the present. And I've heard about naming your story, claiming your story, figuring out your story for years, but it was only recently where I heard the term familiar, that you keep living into your story because it's familiar to you. And before you could live into a new story, you have to figure out what is the story that you are living into. What are the experiences that you are creating over and over and over? So for example, it might be a type of relationship that you have, the same kind of needy, whiny victim friend, or a partner relationship where it's not supportive both ways. Or maybe it is. Maybe it is a great partner relationship, but maybe it's your job and you're just feeling unappreciated. You feel like your coworkers talk behind your back, or it's not serving your soul. What are the experiences that you are living over and over? And just look backwards to your health, your finances, your relationships, your jobs that you've had, the career, and see if you can identify what is the pattern, what keeps happening over and over and over, and really name it. Get clear on a simple sentence, a couple of words, and say, wow, this is the story that I keep living out. And for me, it's just getting by. It's struggle. It's life is a challenge. And uh, it's frustrating to look and see that that's the story that I keep living into. Now, part of that story is I'm resilient, I'm strong, I can overcome, right? So that's how I counter all of those things, that I do keep getting by with things. I do have a sense of adventure and I try new things. However, the things that I try are not always exploding and doing really well. It's a struggle. It's a challenge. It doesn't flow. And let me tell you, when I sit and I imagine my future life, where I see myself going, I see myself as this strong, powerful, confident, calm woman who is also soft and friendly and easygoing and at peace. And things are flowing. It's not work. I see myself as tapped into my future, tapped into my purpose. And so I'm doing work that I love and I'm connecting. And when I look at the experience of my story, I realize they both can't exist. And that was the realization that happened to me recently, was I am just so familiar with this old story. It's comfortable. So I just keep playing it over and over and over. And underneath that, I realize there's a tether. So my mentor was sharing with me about how I'm like this powerful elephant, and I'm strong and beautiful and wise and kind, and I just keep going in circles. And I have this tether on my leg, and it's a short tether. So I feel like I'm moving, I'm making progress, but I was just going in circles. And when we were able to identify what that tether was, which is the why I don't leave that story, why I don't break out of that story, how is that story serving me? When we figured out that that tether was, if I break out of this story, then I'm putting myself out there. I'm going to be seen by more people. I could be judged and I might not be loved. And that's pretty scary, right? That's a scary thing to think that you might not be loved. It's even bigger than not liked, right? We can say intellectually, someone might not like me, and like, that's okay if they don't like me. But if at your core, you're worried about not being loved, wow, yeah, that's going to keep you safe because your story is keeping you safe and comfortable because it's what you know, how you know how to work within that. And if you break out of that story, then those safeties are gone. Those safety nets, those safety. So, yeah, somebody was also sharing with me, a friend, that a safety net, we think of a safety net as like it catches you, but it also could be restraining you. So, that safety net that you're relying on, that story, is it really catching you or is it restraining you? So, that's what I wanted to just share with you today. As I am in the process of breaking free from this old story, I'm in the process of laying down new track instead of, if I put myself out there, I'll be judged, and if I'm judged, I might not be loved. I know it sounds silly to say it, but whew, it's a deep core, it's been a deep core belief of mine. So I'm laying down that new track that I'm an inspiration, that there are many people who already love me, even with my blue hair or because of my blue hair. I'm laying down new track that I have inspired many, many people. I have helped and supported many people. My clients that I work with one-on-one are seeing amazing results because of me being brave and sharing and sharing my message and sharing my tools and the things that I've learned. So, what is your story? And what is that comfort, that um, that safety, right? That your story is providing you. And if you broke out of that, what is that tether? What is that chain, right? That is keeping you from breaking out. You've heard the expression, I'm sure, you have to name it to claim it. So it starts with figuring out your story. And how is that story keeping you safe? What are the benefits of you continuing to live in that same pattern, that same story? Because that's your tether. What is it that you're afraid of happening? What is it that you're avoiding? And if you can recognize that tether and release it and lay down new track, whew, I'm excited to hear how that shift happens for you. And in the meantime, I want you to know that you are worthy and you are enough, just as you are, just like me.